13-year-old Faisal Mohammed can strip down a Kalashnikov in seconds, reassemble it and shoot. He and his brother Sultan, who is 14, are on the front line in Helmand, defending a police post that is often under Taliban attack. Faisal said there is no school, even if he had time for it. They were recruited by their grandmother Feroza, an unlikely police chief in a culture where women rarely work outside the home.
The enemy won't get through. Just one of my grandsons is worth 20 Taliban.
Feroza has lost more than 20 of her own adult police officers defending this remote outpost in the Marja district, a place familiar to British soldiers during 9 years of hard fighting for Helmand. Part of the former British base has been turned into a treatment centre for drug addicts, perhaps a fitting use. One significant failure of the British intervention was that Helmand grows more opium poppies now than when the troops arrived. Most of the world's market comes from here. Much of the rest of the base has been stripped out. It was a long, gruelling, bloody campaign, and too often during it, here at the heart of the camp, there was a memorial event marking those who died. 453 British troops did not survive Afghanistan. Many others came home with life-changing injuries. And victory? Well, that still remains uncertain. It was not all in vain. The main towns are secure, with poppy growing pushed out to the Badlands outside the zone where most people live. Roads are far better than they were, and there are schools and clinics where there were none before. But the Taliban have taken a lot of ground. There are few jobs, and a booming non-poppy economy turned out to be a wartime bubble. Thousands of construction workers were laid off when aid money dried up.
I spent millions of dollars on equipment, but it has been standing idle, and I can only sell it for its scrap value.
While out in the countryside, there are child soldiers fighting in Afghanistan's never-ending war. David Loyne, BBC News, in Helmand Province.